I'm gonna have knife down and just run all the way.
Fine.
Okay.
You're gonna have to tell me how to get into that map, though.
Let's invite you.
Are you like, here's where?
I don't know if I should back the barrier up a little bit then, because like I feel like that's too much. I feel like. I might leave it for now. I have another playtest later too.
That's the only. Well, yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. This hallway is so like open. Like there's just nothing for you to do. Like I don't like that.
No, don't let him do this.
Yeah, okay. No.
What? Wait! Close the elevator on him. Oh. Wait, Ryan's coming.
Wait, what the?
Yeah, that means that Ryan's gonna come up that elevator if he gets on.
Oh, what the
Oh, good shots. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
What is that tactic?
I guess my first question for you is this made for CS2 or like is it Valorant? Like what are you looking for
It was inspired
in terms of feedback?
it was inspired by Valorant, but I wanted to like make it fit for CS, but with the barriers. So it was kind of like meant for CS, but with the barriers, pretty much.
And are you just experimenting, or like
yeah,
how far do you want to take this map? Like exactly.
fully, because right now I'm like in the blockout phase, and then after this playtest or anything, I was gonna make changes off of that, and then eventually just detail it and everything, and just get to like the final product.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Guys, I sketched this out like a year ago. I have a whole like sketch of it. And I did it in Unreal Engine before, but now I kind of want to move it to the phase where it's like playable in a game. So and since there's like no Valorant, like I can't like make a Valorant map and like make it playable with Valorant mechanics. I thought I was doing CS mechanics.
Wait, they don't have a map editor?
No, I don't. Nah, unfortunately.
They do. You just have to get hired there.
Yep.
Dog.
That is true.
So like overall, I actually love the idea of the spawns. I think it's really cool. Just yeah, I feel like the CTs need to be farther back.
Yeah.
And well, a little bit of layout. This hallway back here, like this really long like staircase over here.
It's like kind of bland, like nothing going on. It's just like one straight hallway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you could extend like the round time, so if you use like the point server command entity, you can like extend the round time so that it will be like compensated for. I don't know if that was a thing to do with like the server, but yeah.
So I wrote some things. I like the Valorant start. but I kind of wish it had better specifiers for like when the thing opens.
Like the barriers going down. Or like
Yeah, like the console command thing. Like like maybe there's a way to like actually put it in the map directly.
Oh yeah.
I know there's ways you can do that for sure.
Look into that.
I can offer a suggestion for that if you want later.
Yeah, the elevator
that's
up
fine,
down
yeah.
mechanics
Take
is
that.
cool, but I would suggest like actually like making it kill people when they get stuck in here. I think that might be pretty cool.
Yeah, it already does that. It doesn't do that when you're going down though. When you're going up, it does kill the player when you're getting stuck in it.
Really?
Yeah.
But it doesn't when you're going down. Additionally, what you could possibly do otherwise is you could have it. You could set up like they're called like push, what are they called, push triggers.
Yeah.
So when it starts, you enable them so that it pushes people out of the way so they can't get stuck.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
kind of what I've.
That might be better
been
actually
doing.
instead of this killing the player. I think.
Yeah, and then you could also set up logic so there's only one key. I know you can do that for sure. It's like a state. You have to use a math counter and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a little project for yourself. The only other comment I made was I wish there was more elevation in some areas, but the engagements felt really good for the most part. And Bomb's A-side suggestion. Okay, so there was a part with this choke right here. It feels like there needs to be a choke right here. It feels too close to mid. If that makes sense. Like there's two, like this engagement, like already from the beginning I said, okay, we just have two guys sit right here, wait like 5 seconds, push A really hard, and then we'd push in late and like just catch them while they're looking through and peeking at you guys. We did it like 2 or 3 times, and it was like really successful. So maybe add some sort of a choke system in here somehow to like kind of limit that engagement, make it a little more difficult for the T's to kind of really I guess poke into the CTs from this side. That's all I have.
You know, this long hallway where T's could be. There's the window where someone was boosted. Like, it's a horrible like retaking situation. If you're going to B site, going to A, it's fine because it opens in front of this wall. I mean, it's still a little bit raw. Like if people are holding this, it's still tricky, but not as bad as on B. And then this hallway, again, no gameplay elements.
Yeah,
just big hallway, just empty. And then same for this hallway.
Same right there too, I'd say.
Yeah, this felt like, I remember someone was coming down this to retake it, and I said, like, someone should just play a funeral dirge. They called it the hallway of death. Like, it's so long. I would redo this area. I would change up the geometry of this so it's not one big long corridor. I would have a room that this opens up into, or some kind of like area where they can get their bearings first before having to approach site or a long hallway like this. And B site itself also wide open, too big. There's a lot of dead space here, a lot of negative space. And as for the actual cover on the site, also felt difficult to hold a CT except for this back pillar. This is the best spot to hold as a CT. But then you're holding this, and the window, and the person who's holding that door has already gotten mowed over. So you're just overwhelmed. I can't back out of the site and like reassess in any way unless I want to walk 1,000 miles. So like I see a lot of issues with the map currently. I can't say it was a fun experience necessarily. Not just because we got slapped around, deservedly so. Broken needed to be humbled.
Yep.
But I just, in terms of the map itself, I didn't have a great time on it.
If I wait, I expected like some more, I don't know, playground stuff. More than just waiting for the door to open and directly running on A and hoping we get it or not.
So for long hallway, one of the issues, you've already heard it already.
Yeah.
What I would try to do, if you do keep an idea like this, I knew that he was running down there originally. Like I could just hear him running like right there, and then he tried walking the whole way. So I just ran down. I just snuck down here, and just boop, got him. I would try messing with the sound blocker tool. Just type in sound in the materials. You should see it. I haven't messed with it myself. I would see how much of it is blocked out if you put a wall between here and the end of the hallway, or like even in the spawn, and just see what that sounds like. I don't know what it's going to sound like. Play with that a little bit. That way, if someone is in spawn, maybe I can't hear them. I don't know. And personally, I would just lessen the amount of time for the walls. Like, I don't think we need that time to sit here. Even if it is, I don't know if it's the same amount of time as Valorant, but like, just I would do like 15 seconds less and like see what happens. See if people are like, that's way too fast. I think an audio noise should be made that should be attached to the buttons. Parent an audio to the elevator that makes it clear when it's moving. So let me ask you, what's the intent with the elevator? Do you want people to know it's moving or not?
Oh yeah, I do. I didn't add it in yet. I'm gonna add that when after this actually. Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed that it was like not making sound. It's like kind of like breaking gameplay since like you can just like rotate down and want to hear you, kill someone.
To me did not seem satisfying to push. Going through here seemed like the chart, like Lord of the Rings when Rohan was like running down this, like that's what this felt like, was grenades going off from both sides, like trying to get to this point. It personally to me, it didn't feel satisfying. Don't take that as like I need to do something about it. Just this is like an F for your information, basically.
I think the elevator is a really cool addition. It's unique. I don't think there's really any vanilla Counter-Strike maps that have an elevator. So I like to see that kind of new, unique addition. And I thought it was very fun. I thought it was very fun that like it's like this new function, this new thing that functions within the map, and it like changes the way you think about like the anticipation of it and like how you go from like one place to another.
Agree. I did not necessarily have a good time. I think A site was the most fun. Definitely things that can be improved to make it play better. So interested to see where this goes.
All right. This area feels so interconnected to both of your bomb sites where you can look down in both of these. Like you can literally see bomb site, walk 2 seconds, bomb site. The map's so small, but yet the rotation time is very one-dimensional and very far. Like if I'm down here and I have to rotate to A, if I want to go to the elevator, I have to walk all the way around this huge hallway, all the way up to the elevator, or I go all the way up here to CT, or I push through here. And then on your retakes, like you offer just kind of like a one-dimensional area on both of your like CT entrances. If you look at something like Inferno, specifically their B site, like how they have the choke point, the big choke point, but then they have a smaller choke point that goes back and it's a smaller, it's like the church route. Yeah. It gives the CTs options when, a smoke is here. It gives them, it doesn't even have to be a whole different route. It just could be additional boxes like this, right next to the smoke to allow CTs to get on top and come and play out onto the site. So like, I think all your choke points kind of are one smoke, and that's not bad. I think it's fun, but there's so much more you could do. And then in terms of site, like, yeah, more half covers. And if we're talking about like specific angles, if you had moved, what am I doing? So if this wall was actually like further right here, I wouldn't say move it, but as you can see, if I try to hold it from the further back angle, I don't actually have a peak onto here. So if it was further back, you could play the first angle, fall back, and play the second angle. There's no power positions for CTs on the site, and this would become one if you gave them two angles to help them hold the main. My suggestion is it's so quick. It's almost like, why would an elevator be, maybe what is this, 256 units or whatever? Yeah. Like, what if it went all the way down into site and it opened up into site beneath window, right? Yeah, and then you just kind of move site over or something like that. And then I would just, add a ladder route or something like that could help as well, because it's like really, long hallways. And then totally agree with this being open. It feels like a Valorant map, and that's like funny that because a lot of people just say that, I guess, to dog on people, but like you built it with the Valorant mindset. Yeah. So I totally see why it's built so big, because a jet would dash out like this far, and there's just so much more utility usage in Valorant than there is like in terms of smokes. Yeah. So I think the middle is fine. It's just this area needs to get redesigned a little bit because it's way too accessible.
Just real quick, if you do have the elevator open up onto site, by the way, one suggestion would be to make the elevator slightly bigger and to add like crates or cover inside the elevator that's parented to it, so that they can use it as cover when it opens and like prepare for like the inevitable opening of it onto site. Essentially,
that was on my map too. That would be so sick.
That'd be cool. I look into that actually.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
If that's the case, what about also pressing the buttons on the inside by shooting them with like a sounds pistol?
Oh yeah.
Trying to come up with a solution, and sometimes like the solution is it could be good or bad, but it comes down to the developer like saying like, oh well, you know, it's like how in like there was some YouTube video.
All right, I'm gonna have to cut in here real quick. Are you wrapping up your thoughts?
I'm done.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else have anything? Who's next?
+1.
I'm sorry. There's.
Well, I ramble, so.
Yeah, I feel like you were about to go on a tangent, and
I was actually listening.
I
was like drowned out listening.
I'm sorry.